Now, Republican from Arizona, Andy Biggs, Judiciary Committee, the new chairman of the Freedom Caucus, and sir, good day to you. I don't know what Volker will offer today. What do you expect from him?
Well, we're not quite sure what to expect, but we expect that he's going to be talking about what he was assigned to do with regard to Rudy Giuliani, perhaps. But what we do know is that Mr. Schiff, the chairman, is basically kind of taking over this, and you've got three committees sitting in there, and they're going to be constrained. The Republicans are going to be constrained at who gets to ask questions. The fact that they're doing this behind closed doors is problematic as well. I'm interested to see what Volker says, but the reality is they're going to keep. My opinion is they're going to keep this classified as much as possible, particularly if it's not going to help their impeachment inquiry. So that they're holding this, the first witness behind closed doors bill, is really problematic.
What do you make of the New York Times story, then, with regard to the aide who works for the Intel Committee?
Well, the aide says that Schiff didn't know anything about, or didn't have any input on the writing of the complaint. Doesn't mean that Schiff didn't know about the complaint, didn't mean that Schiff didn't know what was going on, doesn't tell how many members of the staff actually were there, doesn't tell how many of these staffers actually participated in writing that. And when you read that whistleblower complaint, you have 17 references to media stories. That doesn't read like a normal whistleblower complaint. Instead, that looks like somebody actually wordsmithed that thing and made that very fine. And so we need to get to the bottom of that, too.
So others have made that point, too. You write at foxnews.com. I just want to read the headline here. Adam Schiff deserves House censure. Trump-hating Dem unfit to lead impeachment inquiry. You'll see that headline in a second here. We know what you're trying to do, but as a minority member of the House, can you do it? Can you accomplish that?
Well, I think that there's enough people on both sides of the aisle, you know, my friends across the aisle, certainly, they understand that what's happening here with Mr. Schiff and what he has said and his bias and animus toward this president is really going to impact them in their districts, especially if they're the swing moderate Democrats, where President Trump won, and yet they won in the midterm. So I think there's a chance that we could get Mr. Schiff properly and appropriately censured. If not, maybe Nancy Pelosi will reconsider making him the lead, because he certainly is not qualified and not demonstrated the fealty to due process. He's not demonstrated this gravitas that's necessary. He's kind of made it into a comedic thing in some instances. And now we find out the whistleblower contacts that were there, maybe that contravenes what he has indicated before. There's all kinds of problems with Adam Schiff controlling the impeachment inquiry.
This is not a matter of time. Thank you for yours. Yesterday was quite a remarkable day. We'll see what we get today. Yes. Andy Biggs, thank you for your time, sir, and we will speak again soon on all of this. There's a lot to cover, as you know.